Molly here and welcome back to my channel. So, as you can see from the title of this video, it is going to be my Randomathon TBR that I'm going to be talking about today in this video. So if you have not heard already, Round 7 of Randomathon is being hosted from December 15th to the 21st. It is like a little spontaneous round, I guess, a little bit. So yeah, this round is starting on Saturday. And yeah, so the day you're seeing this is the day before Randomathon is happening. And yeah, so yeah, let's just get started talking about my Randomathon TBR for round 7. So here we go. So the first challenge is to read the group book. And the group book, if you didn't know already, was My Lady Jane by Cynthia Han, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. So I feel like no one really explains the whole concept of this book. And I didn't know anything. I knew that people will be talking about this book, obviously, but I honestly knew nothing about this book at all until I read the synopsis literally just now. Okay, yeah, this book seems pretty good. Pretty cool. So, ooh, I did not see that. Okay, so basically, I guess in history, these books will be talking about different Janes. And so I guess this book is about this girl, Jane, and she is going to be married off to this guy. I don't know if she's being married off to a different prince in a different country, or the prince is marrying her to secure that line, or the line of succession, whatever it is, you know. So, yeah. And there's her cousin Edward, and then Jane is the princess, I think she's a princess, because Edward is a king of England. And then you have Gifford, or call him G, he's a horse. And so Edward marries off Jane to this guy to secure the succession in England, I think. But Edward's also dying, so that's why. So it is in England, I think. And he's only 16. So yeah, so Jane will be inheriting Edward's crown because Edward is dying. And all he's thinking about is his first kiss, and well, all he's wanting to think about is his first kiss and not who is going to inherit the throne after him. So, Edward is Jane's cousin, and so things happen, of course. And yeah, I knew nothing about this book until now. Oh my gosh, this sounds really cool. I knew that Haley from Haley and Bookland talked about this book a couple times, and of course other people, but they never really explained the synopsis. So they never explain what this book was about. They explain the whole series about there's gonna be different Janes and talking about Janes in history, but they never talked about what this book is actually about. So well, now I know what it's about. I never actually looked it up either. I don't know why, but I'm like, oh, this sounds really cool. So yeah, so this is going to be the group book for round 7 of Randomathon. And the next challenge is read a book with white on the cover. And that book I'm currently reading, actually. Not currently reading, but I'm currently reading it. And that is Hungry by H.A. Swain. In the future, food is gone. So basically there is this supplement where it tricks your stomach into thinking it's actually food, but it's not. And then this girl, what's her name? Thalia, I think. She go somewhere, or she's like thinking about food all the time, and her supplement's not exactly working for her, so she's feeling the hunger and the hunger pains and her stomach growling and everything, and she's like, what is this weirdness? What is happening? And so she meets this boy, and there's this underground movement to bring food back, and yeah, so there's an underground movement to bring food back, and yeah, so I started this book like last year, and I got to page like 112-ish or something like that, and yeah, so I was really enjoying it, and I had to return it sadly to the library when I was reading it, but I'm continuing it. Well, I started over again, so I'm only on page 15, but oh my gosh, when I was at that point at page 112-ish, you know, things were getting good in this story, and so I honestly cannot wait to like actually finish this and see the more beauty of this book, because I really enjoyed it when I was reading it. And then now, so yeah, so hopefully I can finish it and all that goodness. So, yeah. Okay, so the next challenge, and so the next book. Okay, read a book set in winter, and that book I chose was The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. So this is set in 1945, I think. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. My my phone cut off because my storage was full. I forgot to delete my recently deleted because I had like 197 stuff and like a lot of videos in there, but as I was saying, that I had to repeat now because I didn't realize it cut off, but this was in 1939 Nazi Germany, and this story is told in the perspective of death, so not the perspective, wait, is it the perspective? No, it's not. I don't know if it's the perspective of death. But I know it's being narrated by death, basically. This little girl, she lives in Nazi Germany in 1939 during World War II. Liesel, I think death is narrating her story or something. So, yeah. Ooh. So I know a lot of people think that's like such a weird concept of like death narrating a story or whatever. But I honestly, sorry, I'm out of breath. Whew. I honestly think that's such a cool concept and everything, because usually stories are just told not by death and just by, like, I guess another person narrating someone else's story, or that person narrating their own story. I don't know. So yeah, I think that's such a cool concept that Marcus Zuzak brought into the story and created and all that goodness. So yeah, that's honestly it. Okay, so the next challenge is read a book that was gifted to you. So I am kind of like cheating with this challenge because I don't really have a book that was gifted to me. I mean, I do, but I picked it up for Christmas, and then my dad gave it to me on Christmas, even though I already knew what it was. But this book I was given to for review. And so I think this counts because I don't have a book that was gifted to me. So I'm kind of cheating in the challenge. So basically this book was given to me for review, or I would have chosen, if I didn't have a book for review, a book that someone else bought for me, but it wasn't like really gifted to me, but like bought for me, but I didn't use my own money or anything like that. So yeah, but that book is Gazelle in the Shadows by Michelle Peach. This book was sent to me for review back in October. And yeah, so this book sounds really cool, and it takes place in the mid-90s. Yeah, it takes place in the mid-90s. Well, it takes place. Okay. Elizabeth Booth is a young British college student studying Arabic at Durham University. With some travel and work already under her belt, she excels at her studies and is sent to Damascus to immerse herself in the language. Taken aback by the generosity and kindness of the people, she easily slips into a life in the ancient city. She has friends, her studies, and even a handsome boyfriend. But things aren't always as what they seem. Soon in a world where mistrust and disloyalty are commonplace, Elizabeth finds herself navigating a web of lies, betrayals, and even murder involving M16, the British Secret Service, deadly terrorist factions, and the shadowy Syrian secret police. Yes, all up my alley. Yes, and yes. So I originally was gonna plan on reading this in like January, February-ish, but I really want to read this, and I now have the opportunity to do so. So yeah, I'm gonna be reading this hopefully during Randomathon. If not, then January or February, I'm going to be picking up this book if I don't finish it or read it during Randomathon. So yeah. And the last and final book is, the last and final challenge is read a book in a day. And that book I chose was Stained by Cheryl Rainfield. This is a thriller book. 17-year-old Sarah Meadows covers the walls of her bedroom with images of beautiful faces she clips from magazines and longs for normal born with a port wine stain covering half her face. All her life, she's been plagued by stares, giggles, bullying, and disgust. Why can't she just be like Diamond, the comic book hero she created? Diamond would never let the insults in. That's harder for Sarah. But when she's abducted on the way home from school, Sarah is forced to uncover the courage she never knew she had. Can she look beyond her face to find the beauty and strength she has inside? Somehow becoming a hero rather than a victim, it's the only way Sarah will have any chance of escaping the prison, both seen and unseen, that the deranged killer has placed around her. So that's what this book is about. It sounds really cool, and I can't wait to read it, hopefully during Randomathon. So, yay. So that is the last book that I have for Randomathon, and hopefully I can get to during Randomathon. And yeah, so that is it for can't talk today. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. So if you did, you should totally give us a big old thumbs up, and also subscribe down below to see more of me. And if you enjoy my content, and also I already said subscribe. Also hit that little bell button right next to the subscribe button to be notified whenever I do post a new video. Also comment down below if you're participating in Randomathon. I would love to know as well. Comment down below your TBRs if you're participating in Randomathon. And yeah. Also, the Randomathon announcement video will be linked down below if you want to check that out as well. And also, you can follow all my social medias. They will be linked down below. I have Twitter, Instagram, Bookstagram, and Goodreads. If you want to check any of those out, that would be amazing, and that would make my day if you followed me on any of those. And yeah, so, that's it for today's video, or well, not really today's video, because you're getting a video right after this video. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.